Hello and welcome to the tutorial for the bike chase. I would just like to tell you, welcome to hell. This is going to be the hardest part of the entire game. If you can get past this, then you're on the home stretch. First, let me just say I'm sorry it took me so long to get this up, but I got really busy with college. I had a couple finals or exams I had to do in the past, and I'm just starting my new art class, so just want to thank you for being patient, but let's go and get started here. Starting off here, you're going to see the intro of the bike scene when you just leave the church area. Of course, this one will be the more excuse me, the most simplest part of the bike chase scene here. Immediately go ahead and equip your tranquilizer gun. You rarely ever get hit by these guys, but just to make sure, just hold down triangle to take cover behind Big Mama. And after this here, the gecko will try to kick you, and when you go through the smoke here, there's going to be a group of enemies up here that try your best just to take out. More than likely, you will get hit here, but it's really random at times. As you come over here, just go ahead and start unloading on the enemy soldiers here, trying your best to hit them as you're moving. After a while, when they start coming down the street here, you're going to get another group of enemies that come over from the left-hand side of the screen, which Big Mama will say she needs help up in front. As you can see here are the enemies. Just go ahead and try your best to take them out, and after a while you'll move forward to move into the next area. Excuse me. Around this next area here, if you have full health, as you see here, I highly recommend that you save immediately after you get into this section here. The reason you want to save here is because above here, or down the road, there's a group of enemies, and more than likely, they're going to take your health down to one hit, which, it's just a big pain. So if you have full health there, just save it. That way, once you load up the area, you'll just start from this section here. But after this section, you try to take the soldiers out as best as you can, but more than likely you're going to get hit. I mean, it's almost impossible not to get hit here, but it can be done. Up ahead here is going to be one of the most trickiest part of the tutorial, or the bike chase, excuse me. After the van runs out to the highway here, there's going to be a checkpoint or roadblock. As the bike turns around in a 180 degree, hold the gun out and try to do the best you can to get a headshot here, like you'll see me do. So right there, you saw me shoot him in the head, and now when we turn around to go back to that part, he's not going to be there because we already knocked him out. It saves you a lot of ammo, a lot of time to not worrying about getting hit by him. It's just one less soldier to worry about once you get to this section. But as you hit the ramp here, you want to take out the other machine gunner here. Just try your best to hit him through the slow motion. And like I said, as you can see, the other guy isn't there because we shot him earlier. Now you just do your best to unload on everybody here. If you can't do this the first time through, which more than likely you're not going to be able to, please just be patient with this. This is the hardest part of the entire game. After this section though, you're going up the road here, up the hills. This is where the frog units actually start coming down and firing at you. Which most of them, you have one that comes down here, you can just shoot and get rid of them. It's not entirely a big deal. If you can't shoot them off, normally the allies that are around you can try to shoot them off, and sometimes they just shake them off the van. But as you're coming down the hills through the city here, just try your best to hit as many as froggies as you can. As you can see here, I almost died, but I was able to hold on to the skin of my teeth. At this point, somebody probably could have breathed on me and I would have died, but thank God it didn't. And right around this section, when you get to the next section here, you can save again because you'll start from this section here and you'll have full health. No matter how much you got damaged in the last part, you'll start off with full health in this area. And you can pull out the actual gun here to shoot the ravens here, whatever you want to call them, the unmanned units. because they don't count as kills, and if you want to, you can collect some dragon points here by destroying them. You only get 100 a pop, so it's really nothing extraordinary. But it just passes time as you're traveling through the area here. Or you can just sit back and watch the actual gameplay, like the cinematic movie. Right around this area where you see Raven shoot the grenade at you, and you start moving forward, toward this ramp here, you want to switch over to your tranquilizer, and then you'll see an enemy soldier who's in a Hummer shooting a machine gun at you. Try your best to knock him out before you get to him, because about 75% of the time he will hit you and take half your health away with one hit. This part here, try your best as you look behind you to your left, another Hummer will come by with an enemy unit in it with a machine gun. Try your best to knock him out. It's one of the harder parts of the section here. As you can see, I did a horrible job trying to shoot him through this run through. And just thank God that he didn't hit me. I don't know how he didn't, but I'm not complaining. But just try your best to take him out. So after a while, if you don't take him out, he'll run into the ball there and he'll end the chase with you. Over here to your right, when you take this right-hand turn, try to shoot the guy on the right-hand side that comes in the Hummer, because he's the one more likely to hit you. As you can see, I took him out, so I wasn't really hit here. This area here is probably the more frustrating part of bike chase, because it's so long. And the fact that you have so many people shooting at you, including people in Hummers and the frog units jumping down the streets. Right around this area here, when the two Hummers come over and they get flipped, keep your gun pointed towards the right-hand side and take out that frog unit. Again, that's the one that's more likely to hit you. Keep holding down the R1 button to keep aiming, that way the camera angle doesn't mess you up. And then keep shooting everybody on the right-hand side, because they are the ones that hit you the most. But as you're climbing the hills and traveling throughout the city, just do your best and try to shoot the frog member units and the guy in Hummer here. Normally he doesn't hit you, but it's always nice to have one less person after you. After a while here, right around this area, Big Mama got shot, as you saw there, and then you'll take this little right-hand turn into the alleyway, and this is nearing the end of the actual bike chase. So just try your best to hang on. Right as you get past these guys, this is the end of the chase. So just try your best to take them out, and try not to get hit. But after that, you're pretty much home free. Right up around this turn up here, around the corner, is the tunnel to lead you to the next section. So that's about does it for this tutorial. It's short, but it seems like it takes forever because of the fact that it's so freaking hard. So just be patient with yourself and try your best. Next up will be the boss fight with Raging Raven. So that shouldn't take too long to do. It's much easier and to do, and it's a very easy boss fight. Excuse me. Thanks for watching. Leave me some comments, rate the videos, and subscribe to my channel.